Hi, welcome to Mathematics with Tom. I am Tom, and today we're going to talk about a probability distribution. So here we go, probability distribution. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to create a scenario and we're going to use that to study our probability distribution. So here is our scenario. Let's imagine a family of, this is going to be a big one, a family of 4 children. Now, a common answer is to say, well, there's just 8 different things that can happen. A boy or girl, 2 times 4, that's 8. But let's actually see what can happen. So we're going to graph this out. I'm going to make a little tree here. So we start out here. We're going to have our baby. It's going to be our baby. Maybe it has hair and a ribbon. So if you're to have children, what can happen? Well, on the first child could either be a boy or it could be a girl. Or, well, that was our first child. So I'm going to put up over here, this is the first child. Now, then you decide to have a second child. Well, maybe you had a boy on the first, so now you're thinking you'd have either a boy or you could have a girl. Okay, well, wait a minute. What if you had a girl the first time? Well, the second time you might now either have a boy or a girl. Okay, now that was the second child. Okay, now you decide to have a third child. Well, after that, if we continue from the top of the tree, we've had 2 boys. We could now either have another boy or a girl. Well, wait a minute. What if the second child after the first boy was the girl? Well, now we could either have a boy or we could have a girl. What if we had a girl, then we had a boy? Well, now we could either have a boy or we could have a girl. What if we had 2 girls? Well, on the third child, we could either have a boy or a girl. And this seems like a simple process once you see it started. And I would encourage you to take a moment and maybe pause the video and see if you can complete the tree and write the outcomes. But I'm going to keep going here. So now let's assume we have we have a fourth child. So here's our fourth child. Well, this one can either be a boy or it could be a girl. Or maybe we had 2 boys and then a girl, but now we can either have a boy or we can have a girl. We may have had a boy, a girl, a boy. Well, now we could either have a boy or a girl. Now, we may have had and when I say these, look at what we're doing. We're following the branches of the tree. Maybe we had a boy, then we had a girl, and then we have a girl. Well, this next child, it could easily be either a boy or a girl. Right. Now, let's try again. This next child could also be a boy or a girl. Or maybe we had something like this. Maybe first we had a girl, then we had a boy, then we had a girl. Well, now we can either have a boy or a girl. And then the last set of branches tells us that after that third boy, we could either have a boy or we could have a girl. Or maybe we had 3 girls and now we could have either a boy or a girl. Now, I'm going to write these outcomes, and I would encourage you to do the same. So let's do this. Let's maybe make a little table kind of format, outcomes. Okay, not events, but we're looking at outcomes. So this first outcome, and I'll review this, is to use our table. If we were to go up one of these branches, the first outcome would have been a boy, then a boy, then a boy, and then a boy. And so we record that outcome as 4 B's. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 B's for 4 boys. And then we continue this process. So now we could have a boy, boy, girl. Then we could have a boy, girl, boy. We could have boy, girl, girl. Now, if I'm going fast, pause me a little bit. So let me just review where we're at now. We're at this branch here that's probably a pink branch. And the pink branch is, we're in our first child is a boy. Now we're going to come down to our second child is a girl. Then we're going to go up to the boy and then up to the boy again and write that set of outcomes. So this first one we just said is boy, girl, boy, boy. Then we have a boy, girl, boy, girl. And then we have, so now we're on this next set of branches where we had a boy, a girl, then we were going to come down to a girl, and then come out to the boy, and then out to the girl. That's going to give us a boy, girl, girl, boy, or boy, girl, girl, girl. Okay, now we're down to the second half here, so the second half of these. So maybe now the first child is a girl, then we come up to having a boy, followed out with a boy, and then a boy. So we're starting that second half of the set of branches now. So that first one is going to be girl, boy, boy, boy. And then we're going to have girl, boy, boy, girl. And then we're going to have, now we're down to this next set. Let's take a look at it, maybe a different color. How about this blue, this pretty blue? We're going to start here, the girl. Then we're going to come up to the boy. Then we're going to go down to the girl, and then to these next two, boy and girl. Write those. So that was a girl. Oops, let's do that in our white. So that's going to be a girl, boy, girl, boy, girl, boy, girl, boy, girl, girl. And then our last set here, we're down to the last four. This is going to be, and let me just show you where we're at. I'll show you where we're at here. We're down on this last branch, so we're coming down to the first girl, down to another girl, and then we're going to be branching out here. We're going to branch out to the boy, and then to a boy, and then we're going to continue all the way down from there. For our final set, it's going to be girl, girl, boy, girl. Oops, boy, I'm sorry. And then a girl, boy, girl. And our last two are girl, 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 boy, girl, 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 girl. Those are our outcomes. Now, when you're having a family or you're flipping a coin, whatever you might be doing, what's interesting is these all occur randomly. So each one of these outcomes, we would call these random variables. These are random variables. Random variables. And random variables are determined by chance. Now that shouldn't be a surprise. Random variables are determined by chance. Probably not a surprise, because what we did say is we said a probability experiment is a chance process that leads to well-defined results. So, all right, let's continue from here now. I think my computer just froze. Oh, there we go. Okay, so what I want to do is we're going to take this information and we're going to use it to construct a probability distribution. Now, let me go back. Our random variables are determined by chance and a little bit more. And in general, denoted as X, okay? Capital X. In statistics, we tend to use a capital X. And I'm going to show you how we use that capital X as we proceed here. So We're going to have to keep this in mind, and we're going to be going back and forth, and that's okay. Here we go. Come with me, and let's put together a probability distribution. Now, before we do that, there's one more thing. We have to define our probability distribution in terms of either boys or girls. And in a class situation, this has often become a heated moment in a class. So, if I remember last time I did this for a class, we decided to write outcomes, or how about this? Write random variables in terms of girls. Girls in a family of 4 children. All right, here we go. Now, we're going to come up here, and here's what a probability distribution looks like. It looks like this. So, I'm going to say X. That's my random variable, and we're going to add to this here in a moment. And below that, we're going to, I'm going to do it a little bit differently this time. X. And then right below this, we're going to have the probability of X, the probability of X. Now let's think about this for a moment. What could X be? We have to come up with something we can quantify, not just B's and G's. Well, let's think about this. Let's just say that a girl is just what the parents really wanted. And they got all boys. Oh dear, all boys. What would X be in that case? X, then in this case, X is 0 girls. X is 0 girls. And not only that, because it's a specific one, I'm going to call it X1. So let's come down here. And so our X1 is going to be 0 girls. And then X2 would be if we had a family of 4 children with 1 girl. And our next one would be a family of 4 children with 2 girls. And a family of 4 children with 3 girls. And our X5 value would be, a family of 4 children, all girls. 4 girls. Now, here's where we have to do a bit more work, and that is, we're going to go count these results. Let's find the probability of each one. Now, you may have already done this counting yourself. If we count these up, you can see, if you counted these up, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We have 16 outcomes. So all of our probabilities will be in terms of sixteenths. All of these will be in terms of sixteenths. Okay, and the last step here is find how. So we already did the first one. The first one said 0 girls, and it only happened one way, that you could have 4 boys. And then let's come back up and let's see if we can find this again. So 1 girl, a family of 1 girl. And I'll just circle these. Let's circle these in pink. So here's 1 girl. I would encourage you too to maybe even try this on your own. Here's another family of 1 girl. We're at 2. Oh, here's another one. There's 3. I don't know. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's all there is. Oh, I see another one right there. 4. So it looks like the probability of having a family with 1 girl is 4 out of 16 different outcomes. Okay? Let's try a different color, like this nice yellow highlighter. Let's find families with 2 girls. 2 girls. Oh, here's 1. 2. Right above it for 3. 4, 5, 6. It looks like a count of 6. Okay, so let's record that. 6/16. Then the next one is we want 3 girls, families with 3 girls. Wow, that's probably something that we would do with this red highlighter for 3 girls. So 3 girls. There's one, a group of 3. One. Here's another one for 2. Another one for 3, and maybe that's it. Oh, there's one right there, right there. I almost overlooked it for 4. There's 4 ways to have a family of 4 girls. And then our final one, you can see it just sitting right up there, is a family with 4 girls, only happened one way. And we're done. We have now made a probability distribution. In the next video, we're going to take a look at some properties of the probability distribution. We're going to graph it and find its mean. Hope that helps. Thanks for watching.